This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the Oklahoma Sooners. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Commodores will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oklahoma's offense is on the field for the first time today. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, we're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Commodores' offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously. Coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd. The ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective. At the 19. And the Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The give from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. Fires into traffic, picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Bounced right back to them.
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble, but man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Looking downfield, it's Huffman. It's complete to the left.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first time.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
Quick strike complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Huffman. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And back to the air on 2nd down. Still looking on the move. He wants it all. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
Trying to pound their way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding the creases when they get down tight to the goal line.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Commodores!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Buffalo. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Pocket starts to collapse. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. At last... it wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on 2nd down. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
And I think QB's rushing, especially in the RPO game. You want to get that ball. Okay, I'm pulling it now. I got to throw a strike right now and get it on him. And you can tell, throws it to the left and doesn't get it to his wide receiver. It's just maybe a little bit of hurrying too much.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw, it's Huffman. They're bringing heat. Quickly complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Commodores decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. They'll try the run. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship, were in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Snagged in the middle. It's Montgomery. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When they pick up the 1st against zone coverage, the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He wants to throw it. Oh, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Running behind that left side. He's there to make the stop.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Huffman. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. At the 20. Touchdown Sooners. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, the interception and 6 points.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Huffman. Got his man on the right. Brought down into 45 after a 15-yard pickup. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Firing to the right, complete.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. On his way back from the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
A first down for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Fair catch called for and made. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They start this third quarter. game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to throw. It's Huffman. Makes his connection. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
Hold it. Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Commodores have their offense in high gear. They go to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They hoped to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Unloads it left. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a first down. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Huffman. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. Direct snap. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The Commodores get it past the sticks.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. It's complete. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on fourth and goal. To the air, it's Huffman. They're trying to get to it. It's incomplete. Well, he needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that. Drops the ball right in his hands.
Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
Well, I love the physicality there. Backed up deep down in your own end. We're going to have to get hats on hats and give our running back an opportunity to make somebody miss, use that speed. I don't know if they were necessarily anticipating a long run like that, David, but hey, they just completely flipped the field.
Yeah, and a bad job by the defense because you are anticipating run. You know offensive coordinators don't want to drop back, throw the football out of their own goal line where they could get a safety. They want to hand it off, create some space, so you didn't meet that physical challenge. You knew the run was...
He's loose. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Purdue is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Purdue, Pete, isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Buffalo. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Huffman. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Snap it to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Powers forward. Tackled there by the defense.
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up 4th down. Do you bring pressure? What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can...
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef, the goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Let's see what they've got on second down. Just feeds the running back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Quick completion on the out route. Across the 25, he's got room. There he goes to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown Sooner! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Huffman. Trying to get to him. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Spits it out to the back. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it, and they convert. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He wants to throw it again. He wants a big play here late. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Huffman. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The defense with the scoop and score. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. He'll call for the fair catch here. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back, but
he uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a man, it's Huffman. This time it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Quarterback checking off. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's going up top here late in the game. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
That's a first down on the offense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.